Just cut that out.
Alright.
The one's about Ratatouille.
Alright.
uh,
I've always been a fan of like the French dishes, though, especially when it's about.
That is a French dish, right?
Yeah, it is.
I only know it as a
Ratatouille.
movie now.
Yeah.
Damn, movie ruined the French dish.
I always
for
like
me.
risotto better than ratatouille. Can I use that as a replacement? Or
I don't
know
yeah,
what the
does
hell
it
you're
have to be
talking
sure.
ratatouille?
Rosemary.
Rosemary.
What is
Ricochet.
Ratatouille?
What a
Ricochet.
ricochet moment. Ratatouille.
See,
What is
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille is like a stew, like a jambalaya style French stew, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Get up here. Sit down.
Alright, quick introduction.
My name is
Today
Claire.
is... What is today?
I'm pretty sure. It's
Oh yeah, November 4th, 2018. Another episode of UNG Odyssey podcast. And today we have comedian, a good friend of mine, Dave American.
Hey guys, my name's Dave American.
Dave
I
American.
also do other stuff, but sometimes I tell the jokes. Sometimes the people
Sometimes.
laugh.
Oh yeah, don't forget
I have a dog here as well.
Isaac.
Present yourself on the screen. Come on. Thank you. Alright.
This Isaac. He's
Sit down.
part of your act in a way, not really.
Oh, actually, I'm probably gonna stop bringing him so much.
You think so?
I've made a lot of progress lately, and I'm ready to have Dave off leash, like
Mhm.
go out and off the chain.
So
kinda
you're
go
the
all
one who
out.
comes off the leash, not him.
Yeah. So he actually stays super reasonable if I let go of him. He'll just follow me around. But me off leash is gonna be entertaining.
Yeah.
So-
When we put you off the leash, that's what happened.
Yeah, I'm more of the problem. More likely to bite. Yeah, just it's a lifestyle choice, really, at this point. You
You're,
don't get given
uh,
these vampire chompers.
But you're a veteran. That's where.
I don't think
Yes.
vampires chomp. Then that would be a whole lot of parts.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
am, yeah.
Right? That's what they
I
do,
was young and I joined the Marine Corps when I was 21 there. And served until I was 26, almost 27. I got to do a lot of crazy stuff. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's a stretch to say, yeah.
Can you talk about any of it?
Yeah, sure. I used to be a U.S. Embassy guard. So I guarded multiple embassies around the world. I've actually guarded Barack Obama, Joe Biden. I have cufflinks from Joe Biden. That's pretty cool.
Cufflinks?
Yeah, like solid silver cufflinks signed on the back by Joe Biden with the Vice President's seal.
Oh, that's cool.
How did you get that?
You arrested him for it.
I actually, you want to hear a crazy story about that?
Yeah.
The cufflink story? I
Please
haven't
do.
told this in a while. So, my original cufflink story. I was engaged at the time, so I was very indifferent to the potential for people to be around, I guess. I just sat in my room in sweatpants and played video games.
That's what people
that's the
do
life.
when they're in fucking.
Foreign
they're
countries.
chained to
Yeah,
a ball
just-
and chain, huh?
Yeah, you just like, well,
I
I'm
know
not,
what it's like.
not going anywhere, I guess.
Not in a different country.
And
I don't know anything about that, guys.
Hey,
so what had happened, I was in Finland, and the Joe Biden CIA team was there, and they wanted to know who would go out and show them the best time.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody in the house was like, American. You gotta get American. So
What?
these
Even
three
though
guys,
you were alone, you're like,
oh man, but I was
I'm
still,
not allowed out.
I was still a ballin' ass wingman, just like,
I believe you.
just, because I didn't care. And if you're indifferent, people seem to enjoy
Hey,
your company, and you don't.
Americans don't care, buddy.
Yeah, you know how it is. And so I'm sitting in my room in sweatpants and no shirt on, and they were like, "Hey, we want to go out." And I was
Hey,
like,
don't matter what country American is in,
That's right.
American don't care.
Yeah, American don't care. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll go out. I'll take you guys out. Let's go. And I was like, let me put on a shirt, I guess. So I did that. Put on a shirt. We went out. I was out for about an hour, and it's Finland, so there's blonde hair, blue eyes, as far as the eye can see.
Oh, dude, the women there.
Uh,
No, the people in general there.
They're very-
so hot.
They're very nice too. There was actually a lot of lovely people, and they're very friendly, and they definitely enjoy the company of Americans. And yeah, you like that.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm confused now. Is Americans or Americans?
Correct.
I don't know if you noticed, you said
No, but I'm saying when you're saying that,
Yes, correct.
do you mean
Yes.
they enjoy the company of
I mean
Americans?
the general population of me.
of you.
yeah.
So I took them all out, and basically we just played pick and pop. Like I want to talk to her. Okay, walk over and be like, hey, my name's David. I'm from the embassy. My friend thinks you're cute. You want to come over and say hi? He'll buy you a cider. Sure.
Cider.
And then, yeah, that was a big drink in Finland. Everybody drank cider. And so once that had happened, I went back home. I was home in like an hour, and none of them showed back up the next day. They were all like hungover and drunk and stuff, and so there was rave reviews from their part that they had a enjoyable experience. And
Wait, but you're only there for an hour?
yeah, I just had to do intros.
So
And so everyone else got a coin from the vice president, and I got a vice presidential cufflinks.
So you're telling me you got him banged?
No,
you got the vice president banged?
No, just his
He
secret
got
service.
banged.
The guy's guarding him. Joe
Oh,
Biden.
they
Joe
brought somebody
Biden.
back.
What do we do with these
Doing his own
cufflinks
thing.
that we found in your room? Give them to that guy. Give them to the American.
Yeah, you give him to the American Marine.
Dip them in silver first.
Yeah, they did.
I'll sign it after you're done.
Yeah, he did. They're real cool. I show them to you sometime. I don't have a
That's
suit
cool.
that's cool enough or a shirt that's cool enough to wear them with.
Just take any shirt. and
Like
cut
I'm
the
gonna go
buttons
get
off.
like a Goodwill $1 shirt and take the buttons off and
Why
throw
not?
like some
Just
Hey,
got some cufflinks.
that's what an American would do.
thrift store popping, you know.
In
Just-
fact,
yeah.
It's
you
the
got
American
a fur
way.
coat, just like
you gotta tear off the
look,
sleeves of the
I
long
might
sleeve
put
and
them in
put
my
the cufflinks
sweatshirt.
on
You know, what am I doing with my life? I could really step my game up here.
Yeah,
So yeah,
dude,
that was my Joe Biden experience. There's a little more to that, but I feel like for the stream that was enough information.
All right, we'll leave it at that because man,
Yeah.
people can find out who those people were.
Yeah.
Like, where you at this time? Blah blah.
Yeah.
No, he's lying.
It wasn't me.
We're partying.
Americans be lying.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
So yeah, that was cool. I got to do a lot of cool stuff. I went to like 97 countries, 6 continents.
That's
Been
awesome.
to like
How many
48
countries are there in the world?
There's like
7, isn't it?
187 or something.
Oh,
Continents.
you're talking about continents.
Yeah, continents. I
I
haven't
was talking
touched
about
Antarctica. I heard you though.
Yeah, you were talking about countries.
Okay, I was
Countries,
wondering,
there's something like 187, and I think like 115 or something like that have an American embassy, and like another 50 or so have an American consulate.
That are
But-
known.
That are, no, they're all known. All
That
the
are
American
not
embassies.
undercover?
Well, I probably can talk about that, but all the American embassies, man, it's hot here.
Sorry.
It's the computer.
I blame that. It looks fancy.
Oh, can we turn that light off?
Oh,
Go,
yeah.
can you turn that light off?
Do I have to?
Yes.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
think so. I don't know. It was cool. And then I got back here and I rode a motorcycle from coast to coast.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Just got one of those classy letters about the Dear Johns. And yeah, just was like, all right, cool, I'm riding a bike.
Did you have long hair?
I've never had long hair.
Oh, dude.
The longest my
Wait,
hair
can
has
you
ever
grow
been
hair?
is in
Huh?
the 8th grade. No, I
Can
can't.
you grow
Well,
hair?
like it shines. So I had the hat on so it doesn't ruin the camera shot.
Ah, that'd be fine. People
I
can
know,
tell.
but it's
Please
gonna be
ruin
hard.
the camera shot.
All right, doing it again. It's hard to track that.
I think this lighting is racist towards white people because it makes them shiny.
I like being shiny. It makes me feel special.
Oh,
and
never
valuable.
mind, because he's shiny too.
Oh,
Yeah,
now
plus
what?
you know I'm hot.
Yeah, he's got that shininess.
But mine's from this cayenne pepper.
Gump, you just over there chilling with some shrimp, having a good time.
Shrimp?
Shrimp.
Yeah, I was hot.
What trip?
It's getting injected through my veins, but
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
as we speak.
Anyway,
It's
so yeah,
iodine
this
free.
is Gump. This is my brother.
what's up?
And I don't know if I had told you that he was my brother yet.
No,
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna listen to that.
I try not to mention it.
I always assume
You don't.
relation
You don't tell anybody.
until otherwise told. I'm like, at
Oh,
some
yeah,
point,
yeah.
you're probably related. If you go far enough back in the tree, you know, everybody's family.
Supposedly,
Which
right?
was really weird about the last girlfriend I had.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because it wasn't far enough back.
You found the connection?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that would have been funny.
I know. It was. It's funny.
No, I mean, like, if it was true, it would have been more like, it was funny, but it would have been hilarious.
Yeah, that's actually hilarious. Like, we dated for like 3 months before I was like, look, this is too weird. We went to one family reunion together.
Yeah.
All the judginess.
I should have known when I met you there.
Yeah, you're my sister, but it shouldn't matter.
Oh, easy, Joe Dirty.
You're my
I
sister.
love that.
You're my sister.
That chick used to be so
Don't try to
hot. I don't
church
know
it
what
up,
happened to her.
Dirt. He's a
Hollywood.
dirt
I've heard they're creepy out there. There's like a whole movement about it.
Who's creepy?
Hollywood, just
Hollywood.
in general.
Oh.
Because I was asking him whatever happened to that chick. She was hot.
Like,
She's like white
oh,
trashy
yeah.
hot.
Jamie Presley? Was that?
yeah, that's wow.
Something Presley?
Way to be like right on top of your celebrity crushes.
Hey, man, I masturbated to her a lot.
With or without the scooter
I was
stick.
talking about just today.
You were literally talking about her today.
Scooter stick, for sure. No, I masturbated to her today.
To her specifically?
Specifically.
Wow,
I called her and
that's
said, hey, what are you doing?
entirely relevant. That's well done. It's
Yeah, I was
hard to
waiting
bring
for
the
my-
strokes in with the folks, but
Oh.
you did it. Not many people can pull that off.
I was
Pull
waiting
that
for
on,
that name
I don't know
drop.
what the slang would be.
What name drop?
Pull on it till it's off, I think.
cool till release. Is that a thing? Is this too far?
Wait, what
Can we
the hell
tell
are we
people to
talking
have
about?
sex with themselves? Is that an encouraging
As
sex
long as I'm
act?
not
It's
doing it
like-
right now, right?
Yeah, well, I think that's not allowed.
Yeah.
Or is that like?
Like, you would have to go lower on camera to pull that off, and the rest of us.
Are you
would
trying
be-
to say I can't go lower? Because I can go lower.
Oh, he's got the limbo genes. Is it running the family?
That is not true. Oh no! Don't ask him about what's his.
Oh no! Go ahead. Go ahead now. Let me hear this.
I don't know. No, what?
Yeah.
No, don't ask me anything.
Don't ask you anything.
All
I don't know
right,
what's going on.
see who gets the dog.
Yeah. It's just so he can stare me directly in the eyes and so sadness about being unable to talk. It feels like the podcast would be much better if his opinions were added.
It probably would be.
Yeah.
He'd be like, look, man, I've seen Dave do some crazy shit.
Well, actually, I really love this. I gave him a voice now on stage because I'm taking him up. Have you seen that one yet?
I've heard you, yeah. I heard you do your voice on
so
stage.
my dog's so adorable that I wanted to find some way. Like, people are like, how do you train a cute dog? I'm like, well, you got to give him a messed up voice. You got to give him something uncute as their voice.
What's
in
his
order to-
voice?
So his voice is a tiny Trump voice.
I want to hear this.
Yeah. So like I have him do stuff like we're gonna put a bigger dog wall around this dog park. I'm tired of all this unchecked ass sniffing in the park. We need stricter policies about the bitches that come in and out of the dog park. And you know who we're gonna make pay for this border? It's the cats.
Awesome.
It's just
love
little
it.
dumb stuff like that.
I
Or
love it.
my personal favorite of them so far is that I just can't help myself when I see a beautiful bitch. I just start licking them. I can't stop licking them. I just keep licking them. They love me. They come to me.
Instead of like grabbing by the pussy.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I would be like grabbing by the nipples. I mean, what's funnier? Because it's a dog.
No, you sniff him in the pussy.
Yeah.
It's different.
Sniff him in the
That's
pussy.
why I did the licking. I can do the sniffing in the pussy though. And they basically fall onto your nose at that point.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can do. Fur Chihuahua, these paws are abnormally huge.
I don't
They're
think you- I
huge.
don't think
They're
you
the
had that
largest.
before.
Him?
Yeah.
Since he was about 5.5 months old.
And how old is he now?
He's like a little bit over 6. Well, January
He's
he'll
had it
be
for quite
6.
a while, huh, then.
Yeah. It's been a real journey. He's like, yeah. He does like 40 plus verbal commands. You saw him earlier. Like I can make him 6 places.
It was doing all
I
types of
used
shit.
to run him
Pastor
through.
Mo. All that shit.
Well, no, unless I cover it in peanut butter, then I grab it for you. And bring
Wait
it
a minute.
back. There's a joke there.
Now the dog's staying with me.
Yeah.
Peanut butter. Bestiality. I don't think we can talk about that.
America share, damn it.
Actually, I have a joke about that, but it's the direct opposite of it. And I'm not going to do it because I'm getting judgy eyes back here. That's fine.
I wasn't even making eye contact.
I know, but they were still judgy. I can feel like the slant
You don't need to
of the
do
peripherals.
eye contact to be judgy eyes.
No. I've talked to my grandma before. That scowl and the look away, and you're like, that's cool. We weren't having a conversation. It's fine. I'll just be over here if you need me, playing with my cufflinks.
Nice.
So okay, but he is a service dog, right? Do you
Yeah.
have? Do you have PTSD?
Yeah. So I'm actually a 60% disabled fan.
Yeah. When did you realize you had PTSD? Like when did you start?
I didn't admit to it. You want the real answer to that, or like a stream friendly version?
Ah, man. I mean,
Can we do the unfriendly version?
Okay, the unfriendly
Is that
version
allowed?
is the most direct and clear way that I can say it is I argued with people. I didn't think that I had a problem. And my first encounter with cops, when I got the crap beat out of me, I had like 5 concussions and 4 tasers, and they still couldn't put me in cuffs. I was like, maybe there is an issue that I should work on. So, yeah, and then I started accepting the dog and training him a bunch more and doing a bunch of therapy and stuff and like trying to be a part of society. Super gay.
That is very lame.
Yeah, it was super gay.
Don't you be part of society now, buddy.
like, I'm trying to, I guess, and what I've realized in participating in society is that society sucks most of the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
man,
Like,
tell me
as a
about
group, not individually. I meant great people, like individuals, but people as a group are pretty, they don't think for themselves. They operate in a mob. They're just,
Yeah, man. So,
they're like, we must all line up at McDonald's. It will be fantastic.
it. And selfish at the same time.
Yeah. It's hard to have a combination of selfish, entitled, and no critical thinking. But I've found that in groups.
Yeah,
Wow. It's
I know
like,
exactly what you mean. You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, I was like a carpenter in a past life. And some people called me Jesus. Not a big deal. I was less shiny on camera back then. More Jewish.
What are you talking
That
about?
was a long time ago.
That was a bunch of throwbacks on his Carpenter.
What did you
reference.
do
Yeah.
between lives?
Between lives?
You said it was your
I
past
just
life.
hung out in the afterlife like this. Like,
What's
you
up,
know,
y'all? I rose from the dead and I'm
Yeah,
chilling
yeah,
for a
yeah.
whole 2 years. 2,000 years.
No big deal.
2,000 years.
American
Oh,
hey.
Redskin.
Jesus is coming back, and he came back as an American.
Oh, he probably would. And be disappointed. It's just like, well, what the hell
Yeah,
happened,
what?
man? Yeah, oh man, it's I wonder what happened to the people in the middle, like because so I grew up in like an evangelical, far right leaning Christian, super Republican, and so my entire childhood was me discovering the left and like rebelling against authority and doing that kind
Mine's
of stuff.
easier to describe. Grew up poor.
Yeah, we grew up poor.
Oh, we were also
no religion, no.
we were
no
also
religion.
like grew up in the ghetto basically. Went to a bunch of ended up homeschooled for a little bit in some
Yeah.
public schools. I think I went to a total of like I want to say like 8 different schools throughout my schooling career and 5 different high schools.
Man, sounds like me.
Yeah,
I was gonna ask you something, but I
too
totally
poor to
blanked out on
worship
it.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, I'm
gotta
just,
have,
I'm
gas
just too
money.
poor for the offering plate. You're like 10%. What's 10% of nothing?
An arm.
You know, those who donate their fingernails to Christ.
We're too poor for the Sunday's best wear.
It was just Sunday's mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I'd step up, put on a shirt, you know.
Sunday's casual.
Yeah.
I can't wear my muscle shirt.
No, you cannot.
Why is Republicans always so strong Christians? Like, well, why Christians like so strong Christians?
Well,
consider
I think
Republicans?
that a lot of people pick their political party based off whatever their strongest ideal is.
So what does
So
that mean
if
that
you're-
Democrats are?
Well, I mean,
devil
if you're-
worshippers.
If your strongest ideal is like pro-choice or something like that, you're going to wind up on the left because the right's not offering you that option. That's something that you care the most about.
Yeah.
So if your strongest ideal is like, for a lot of the Christian conservatives, it's pro-life or border protection or this is the kind
How
of
is border
stuff.
protection Christianity?
Well, nation sovereignty and other stuff like that can fall into the belief that that is the government's responsibility, and so that's what you see on the conservative side. I always thought it was weird that like I was over there and then I did a lot of military stuff and I came back and like I would hang out with my leftist friends. I lived down in Austin for the first couple of years, and man, I did not know we had shifted so far left. Like I was more in the middle, and then like I look at the right side and I'm like, I don't know about what you guys are saying, and then I look at the left side and I'm like, I don't know what you guys are saying. Can I be against everybody and vote like with the 3% libertarian and just like
Yeah, I mean that's
let
kind
me
of
just
where
throw my vote away.
I don't even know what to consider myself, but somebody probably put my beliefs in more democratic. But then again, the Christianity
I think
side,
it's a belief by belief. I think that I'm willing to critically analyze any section of my beliefs.
Yeah.
And I've always been a fan of being able to change your mind. I don't like being ingrained into. So I believe these set of things, so I have to believe the rest of these things. No, I can disagree with that one point right there. I'm gonna line that out. And line that one out.
Yeah.
Like, why
That's how I
can't you
do
do
the
that?
Bible. I was like, I don't believe that shit ever happened. I don't believe that shit ever
Well,
happened.
if you really get into it and you're more analytical on it, a lot of those stories are intended to be the oral traditions that were passed down through humanity, and the deeper meaning that is found is more of a talking about groups of people
Yeah, you
or
can break
nation
down into
states.
what it means.
And there's a lot of wisdom in those old books. If you read through any of the older religions, and like I've read through the Quran and the Bible, and you know, I've read a lot of Buddhist and Hindu texts. What?
Where'd you point at me?
Oh no, I was just changing directions. It's crowd work. It's something I'm doing now.
Oh, cool.
I
I lean more towards
Crowd work, I'm doing it
Buddhism.
right here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta start small.
Yeah, you did do.
Yeah, that's weird. That like the getting into comedy thing was part of. I was so bad with crowds for a while there.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you know, I was in the Marine Corps, so if I have a problem, I should attack it dead on. So I just started doing jokes.
Well, why would you
In the
want
crowd?
to?
Like
Or
go
on
up on
stage?
stage, yeah. Like just started going up on stage, and I was like, oh, that was horrible. I'm gonna go back. And,
I have a lot of those horrible moments, but I
Yeah.
don't care.
No, I'm having some moments now that are like pretty good, and that's fun.
But yeah, man, so keep doing it. How long you been doing comedy for?
About 3.5, 4 years now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm looking forward to get to the point where like I'm over the dog thing, and I can still use him for my material. Like, cause I can still do that dog Trump voice and just mention a cute dog.
Yeah,
and
he
everyone
doesn't
will
have to be
picture
there
it.
for you.
He doesn't actually have to be there, but the people think it's like a cheat code basically, but I hate doing it because he steals all the attention. Like, I go up there and he's freaking adorable. Like, right now.
Yeah, you go up there and you talk about it a little bit, and then you
I have to
try
every
go
set.
Yeah, because people don't know what's going on.
Well, yeah.
Even if we're the same comedians there, you still have a few people who don't know what's going on.
They're like, "Wow."
And you talk about it, but like if you had like 15 minutes, you do that real quick, and then you go into your other jokes, and you totally just keep going on.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I've had to learn how to not be so controversial so quickly in order to probably get more time and to get more opportunities at club work and stuff like that. It's,
how are you controversial though? You're a very
oh, dude,
guy.
You haven't heard a lot of the.
You're a smart ass guy.
That's true. That's very true. Extremely smart ass, and I say it. I like to. I don't know. I find some joy in the devil's advocate thing, everyone's talking about this and getting real upset. And I look out the crowd and I'm like, all right. So how do you guys feel about this topic? Oh, everyone hates it. Good. We're going to continue. No, I know that's recently, like in the last year or so, I've stopped doing as much of the trying to find new ways to bridge difficult topics in a pleasant way. Mm-hmm. Like, what's the newest one I'm working on right now? That one.
Wait, you about to say something?
I'm about to say something. It's not fucked up. I sound really supportive. It's pretty great. My mom's been real sick lately, and she's going through a real traumatic time. But she's one of my favorite ladies in my life, and it showed me like some new light on this believe all women thing. Mm-hmm. And people going through that kind of trauma are usually extremely honest. So I think it might be a good idea as society to believe those situations, and maybe we should be able to open up on that and be able to have those conversations. I think that's great, and I think that the people doing that right now are having an effect on society. Unfortunately, it seems to only be affecting like men who have care to participate in shame and stuff. Like Superman came out, right? Yeah. And he was like, I don't want to pursue a woman anymore. He's a traditional man. He's Superman. Whereas freaking Kate doesn't want to pursue women anymore. And I was like, wow. And they were like, that's too harsh. Can you clarify? He was like, yeah, no problem.
Wait.
This has a GQ article that came out like a month ago.
Is this like what Henry Caviezel said?
Yeah, he did.
Well, I didn't know.
And he came out and he was like, yeah, let me clarify. I think that pursuing a new woman is akin to burning in the fires of hell, and I would rather date my exes. Mm-hmm. And to me, that just sounds like he said the same thing again, because dating your ex is pretty much the fires of hell if you don't think of anything. So I think that that's like a good half part of the process to believe them, but I don't think it really works on like the real rapey problem, like like a dude that lives in a bush and only has one pair of clothes and that's just a hat. I don't know if you can shame him. Like, he eats shame for breakfast. He eats shame for dinner. He's just living in that bush waiting for a jogger. I think we should bring fear to the table. You know? Mm-hmm. If we armed all women, I think that'd be really great. Like step our game up just a touch. Like, because the truth of the matter is, and if we believe them in every hostile situation, that means it would always be self-defense. Like, and if you ask them later, there's only one side of the story after she shot him. So it's definitely going to be self-defense.
Yeah.
And I don't even care if she shot that homeless dude running away, because at that point, like, she's saving 2 lives. Because he's going to rape again, and nobody keeps a rape baby. Mm-hmm. So it's just my fun statements on that. And I just want to see the day where, like, a couple
I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
Some people keep rape babies.
Some people are like this.
I mean, I
think I've heard stories.
It's always an outlier thing.
Those are like good movies, though. You know?
Good movies? Yeah. Like, I Was Never Supposed to Be Kept. The product of a rape baby who lives in China.
Yeah, sorry. I gotta get up.
You went through a lot of topics in one paragraph.
Yeah. You like that?
You're quick.
Yeah.
I like it.
It actually goes a little bit further.
Yeah.
And then I say, like, I look forward to the day that, like, 2 girls can comfortably sit down for brunch on a Sunday afternoon and be like, oh my God, Becky, I got a new Glock. And then she's like, holy crap, Jennifer, I actually got a sawed-off shotgun. That's fantastic. It's been a slow week. I've only killed like 3 rapists. Oh, hashtag me too.
There's just gonna be girls or women just killing homeless dudes everywhere.
It'd be
Like,
fantastic.
we solved two problems: rape
yeah.
and the homeless.
True.
Wow.
It's a twofer. And because if you believe all women can't murder, then it would always be self-defense. So it works out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's
That's
a real tough topic because
Whoa.
the only thing that I've seen that the groups on the left seem to despise as much as rape is gun ownership. So now we're at an impasse. The one tool that could fix this problem is hated almost as much. That's interesting.
It's weird. It's a weird distinction between
Yeah.
everything.
You're like, I don't think that I feel safe, but I'm not willing to take the one tool that would equalize the force. Like, I could definitely, if I had a gun, it'd be... I was okay with everything until he mentioned owning guns. I didn't say owning them. I just said armed. Like, so they have
we rent them?
like a rent-to-own program when you go out in public.
No, they're like
Once you've
on
killed
poles.
17 to 20 rapists, you actually own the gun then. But not until then. You have like a quota, like a number of
But what if we we have
cubic scalps, maybe.
What if we have
like
like
as your total?
containers?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Containers on light posts and all that.
Yeah.
And the way you prove it, you go up to it and to prove that you're a woman that you need help. You put your ovaries up to it and it reads your ovaries.
Yeah.
And it gives you the gun.
Okay.
And there you go. Now you.
Or it could just take a small blood sample
Then you put it
and
back.
make sure that it's XX.
Yeah.
And then bam.
Or you just shove your
Except for that
nipple in
wouldn't
it.
help the transgenders. What would we do there? Just saying.
Yeah. Where did Gump go? He just disappeared.
Yeah,
Did
he
you
was
say
like, I gotta
anything?
roll out. You guys are calling me out here. You're trying to harm women. I'm nervous and uncomfortable.
That's it. Christianity. I'm done.
But I think it would really take care of the catcalling problem and other stuff like that too. You're like, hey, you want to get a cup of coffee? And she's like, I hate coffee. And you're like, me too. Shit. You like roll away. I've always been a tea guy myself. I think there could be a lot of joy there, like just really balancing of the whole situation. Wow, I'm uncomfortable. Bullshit. That's awesome. I like our commentary. It's good fun.
Yeah, you should tease him, by the way. He's a big, he's totally fine with guns and stuff.
Who?
Zodiac?
Zodiac
I'm
Drake.
Ali Zilla.
Zodiac Drake
Oh.
is we've been watching the show since we first started.
Dude, you got like a true fan from the beginning?
Yeah.
That's legit. Hey, mad props to Zodiac. Bringing it back.
Ali was one of his friends, and he started watching, and then he joined.
Is that like a Chinese symbol for dragon or something? A Zodiac Drake?
Not the guy with the thumbs up. Who is it again? Who's that little character? It's a
Yeah,
certain
like a
person.
Chinese dragon would be a Zodiac Drake.
Oh, you're
Means
talking
you were
about his
born
name.
in like 1988 or something. Random fun facts.
He's a big fan of the Zodiac Killer.
Oh. That's sweet. Like a fan like you wish he had got you too, or a fan like you wanted to be a part of his planning process, or just like, wow, I was impressed with the time and dedication that one man put into his lifestyle.
And never got caught.
Never got caught. He used to still be out there,
It probably is. I mean, he's like 80 now, being still going. They never
The
got me.
missing homeless
What if-
people, and the missing like.
What if he got like
no,
Alzheimer's, and like he starts rambling off about the murders he did? That'd be crazy.
Oh, that's a good dream there. I like how you dreamed big to be the one serial killer that got away. That's fantastic. Like that's not a small dream. That's like an
No,
impact.
that's
to society.
very hard.
That's quality.
That'd be
Zodiac.
very hard to be the.
I think it's happened more than once.
Well, I mean, clearly it has. We have
When,
some
though?
guests that
When?
we don't talk about.
No, I'm talking about like it's specific, like the way he did
I
it,
have a
like
fun
with
one.
puzzles. Like this is like a fucking, feels like a fucking villain from from DC Comics or something. Batman's trying to figure out who it is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that guy that got away and never got caught on, teasing the cops. Dead pigs. I eat these donuts. Never catch
Well,
me.
That's a play at your own risk kind of game there.
Yeah.
Because,
that's-
from my personal experience, I've discovered that when you mess with them or you're a smart ass around authority, they tend to throw the whole library at you. Like not one book. They're like, well, we're gonna do everything we can now.
Yeah, it's just because you pissed
Yeah.
him off or something.
You brought Jack the Ripper got away. The Zodiac taunted the police and rubbed their nose in shit while getting away. That's pretty
Yeah, he did.
impressive.
Jack the Ripper.
Like as far as things go that you could do, that's up there. It's fun. So
I was gonna ask you
Serial
about that,
killers.
forgot it. What was I gonna
I was
fucking
thinking
ask
about doing that for Halloween. It's like just posting a picture of myself in the kitchen with like every box of Golden Grams and Lucky Charms and just stabbing them and blood going everywhere.
To be a serial killer.
Not the frosted
Have
flakes.
milk coming out
Yeah,
with
just,
cereal.
I went through a full gallon. Some cow gave me
That
life
would
today
have
for
been
this
really
joke.
creative to have to come up with.
Call maintenance. Say there was a crime. See if they'll clean it up.
Yeah. Goddamn it. It's probably one of my uncles.
Yeah.
Oh man, I need
You had to go there.
Yeah, I had to go there.
Yeah.
Where did you disappear to?
You know, I'm sick. I've been fighting this cough, so.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm sick, guys.
no.
Oh man, it sucks when I get sick and I'll be able
I'm
to
glad
come
we're
up
not
on the
trapped
show.
in a small room with limited circulation and high heat. That'd be the best way to get other people sick.
Hey, that's what he's got the shirt for.
Been coughing in this shirt.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
It
You're
stops
like a
the-
polite Asian at the airport, and everyone appreciates it, even though it's weird.
Mhm.
Do they crash into people?
No, but they always cover their face.
Oh, that's for themselves, isn't it?
Well,
Well, yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
I think that's how you get Ebola into the country without being noticed.
It could be, yeah, I guess so. I'm not
So
sure.
they're bringing it in.
It only happened one time. What are you talking about?
It's kamikaze type shit.
Causality equals
yeah.
correlation equals causality.
Causality.
Yeah, that's a fun topic. No, my
Oh no, it's Gumpy. I'll take care of it. Oh my goodness.
is that like
Does that mean I'm gonna die?
He's like, I'm gonna handle that problem.
Yeah, does that mean he's coming after me?
there are a lot of
I finished all
accusations
my
of
drink.
personal choice up there.
It's my boyfriend, so I can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
he's pretty gay.
you live your life then. Okay.
So, dude, I want to talk to you about. You remember that time that there was that drunk
I
woman?
want to talk about that time.
That drunk woman, and she like, well, you were like sitting there just like berating her with comments, and like you made fun of her. Oh man, I was.
Oh, you're talking about the one that kept talking in my set
Yeah,
at Twilight Lounge?
I think so.
Was that Twilight Lounge?
No, it was at Hyenas.
Oh,
We were
Hyenas.
outside, and you were talking to this chick was totally drunk, but she wanted to like try to be funny or whatever.
Oh,
and I watched
I
you-
started like straight face ruining her.
Yeah, and she didn't even
She
really
didn't even
pay,
know it
like
was
she couldn't
jokes.
even pay attention to it.
Oh, man,
and her
I-
boyfriend was there too.
He was
like,
laughing.
He's just like,
Well, so I found that some of my greatest humor is my dry, dark sense of humor
Mhm.
that is like ruthlessly like what I told you earlier. Like I finally made my grandma laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
What'd you do?
I've told her all the jokes I have. I've never seen that scowl crack into a smile. So this time I just told her I bared my heart to her, and I told her the truth. And I've never heard that woman belly
And she
laugh.
laughed at it. She
Like
laughed
just
at
deep
it.
rolling belly laugh. Most miserable person I've ever met was like, I wish you could be happier. I was like, hey.
That's
too
what she said
far.
at the end of everything.
Yeah, but that was after like 5 minutes of laughing at me.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then I was like pouring out my truths. That was great though. You should definitely, if you ever want to like really feel like someone's being empathetic or like understands what you're going through, bring up real struggles and then just watch someone laugh to the point of tears. That'll always like
Yeah, that'll
picks
hurt.
you up.
That'll hurt,
It picks
yeah.
you up. Helps you feel good about the day. You're like, well, today's gonna be good because it can't go anywhere but up from here.
Yep.
So that's gonna be all right.
Wait,
Know
do
what
you
you
have
mean.
2 drinks?
No,
Oh.
I just have the one drink.
Oh, that's right.
In honor of myself, I always get the Nilla one because it's the lightest colored coffee.
Excuse me.
Gotta go with the
I think
lights
you are
color.
what you drink, and I am a frappuccino. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
There are
it's
2 for $5, or there's 1 for $3.99.
He's semen.
There's semen.
Yeah, just full blown semen.
So that's what he drinks.
Nah, man, I was in the Navy for 2 years. Fucking fucker.
Damn. We all spend a day in the barrel.
Yeah. No, we don't.
Oh, you know that
I
joke.
want some water.
You know that joke. You do need water when you're in there.
Yeah. I'm thirsty. Shut up.
It's those.
Stop
dry,
trying to slide
like-
those in, man. I'm just trying to slide those little
just like
comments
into
in.
your DMs right now. You don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, no, stay out of my DMs. What does DM stand for?
Direct message?
Yeah, there you go. I hear people say PM, which is private message.
Same shit.
DM, PM.
DM, PM.
Are DMs public? Like, so everyone else can see your DMs?
No.
No.
Well,
It's
that's
the
good.
same shit.
Because I've sent some stuff.
I know, right?
Pretty sure
I
you
know what you
have.
mean.
I said polite things, and I don't need my reputation ruined like that.
No, you're an
People
asshole.
see how
Bona fide asshole. There you go.
Oh, here's
That's
a fun
what I
story.
go for, too.
So, like, it's always weird in this world. I've always been kind of outgoing and like boy, Rudy asked him what DM stands for.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's old.
Is I feel like the real way to be if you ever wanted to be a ladies' man now compared to like the 80s, like you used to have to be successful and do things well, and now you just have to be a little snarky and smart ass the first night, and then just be super nice the next day. Like cook them breakfast, take care of them, be like, you're a wonderful person, I like everything about you, and they'll leave instantly. it's
I want
the
nothing
truth.
to do with this.
Like, look, you want it too bad. This was not serious for me. It's fantastic.
When's the last time you had a show or something like that?
A
You
show?
haven't- Yeah, you haven't done one in a while.
Right. Oh, summertime I do a scuba all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you teach.
So like, I was in the pool today
Yeah,
teaching somebody how to
scuba.
scuba dive.
Scuba.
That's. Oh shit! Holy shit! I'm taking notes right now. You're welcome, Zodiac. That's the true way to be a player these days, and you can do it balling on a budget. You just like you got to pretend like you don't care,
Yeah,
and then
give out
care
these-
too much.
Give out these boyfriend tips on
Yeah.
how to go out and be a baller.
Yeah, that's
With
how you
the
be a baller.
bitches.
Yeah.
First off, you gotta call them bitches.
So I
You
guess
can't call
I don't
them
know if
ladies
it works in
anymore.
the gay community. I see a lot of gay comments up there. I think with them you have to be a treat. What is it? Is that what it's called?
A snack?
Yeah.
Snack.
Snack.
That's a small treat.
Yeah.
Like
Like a little piece of a treat.
yeah, like a piece of treat.
Is that what they say to each other?
They say
like,
snack.
He's a nice
No,
Well,
snack.
I used to do
I don't know about
comedy
gay
at the
people,
Urban
just-
Cowboy,
Like a
and
snack.
that was really
Girls
fun.
in
Like I
general.
would go in there and yeah.
Or gay people use it?
Girls call guys snacks?
No, girls say snack.
Yeah, that's what
Or
I'm saying.
look
girls.
like a snack. Like you could be like, damn girl, you look like a snack.
Well,
Yeah.
so isn't that if you're like you're into bigger women, would they be a full meal?
I don't know.
It's a full course.
Look at
Yeah.
that 3 course.
Yeah.
Leftovers.
Golden Corral.
Just-
Golden Corral buffet.
Girl, you
that's
looking
all
like
you can eat right
leftovers.
there. Trying to work your way through a
Yeah,
leg.
that's what I like right there.
Girl, you looking like
Like, see,
Thanksgiving
there's
leftovers.
boyfriend saving the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a
Like
treat. You know, like when you do something nice, we give it to somebody else.
Fun size or party size. So there have been times where he was rude and kind of mean to me, and I was like, man.
How is he rude and mean to you? Look at him.
Well, now he's showing off.
Yeah, he is.
He's
He's
like,
like,
what are you
all
talking
eyes on me.
He's going about. He's
Everybody pay
about to do that.
attention.
I know,
Oh,
like
look
you
at
said.
that.
I like you too.
You're cool, man.
So how'd you get into scuba practicing, teaching?
So I was, so honestly, I was at a bar talking to what is now my manager about some crazy dive and writing computer programming code and weird politics conversations for like 2 years. And then I ended up crafting beers and hanging out and talking about the better herbs in life, you know, like how to cook better and stuff and those kind of things. And
Well, not the other kind of herbs.
yeah, it's not important.
No.
And I ended up offering me a job up there, and I have a background in sales, and I used to do that a lot. And
So they taught you how to teach.
yeah, I started working at the scuba shop before I knew how to scuba dive. And then in under a year, I went through all the extra material on my own. I'm very motivated when it comes to that kind of stuff, and I became a dive master, and now I teach people how to scuba dive on the weekends. And
And how fun is that? You ever get people to freak the fuck out?
well,
Get
that's
me
not
outta
fun. So it's my job to help you calm down, and we all have a psychological reaction to taking your mask off. So whenever you're underwater, even though you're breathing out of a mouthpiece, when you lift the mask off your face, it causes a psychological reaction that thinks you're drowning. So people always freak out the first time you make them do it.
The first
And
time.
if
Now,
you
you
haven't-
take that out of? Do you mean take it off out of the water or in the
No,
water?
in the water.
In the water.
Take their mask off, even though they're breathing. They'll be like, I'm drowning. And you're like, keep breathing. You don't breathe through your eyes. It's fine. Sub to our YouTube. Watch returns of your favorite showings.
Oh, that's just.
I can read the link for you guys if
That's
you
just-
can't,
no,
if you're
no.
typing real fast. It's going to be UCM TR Jubilee.
What are you doing?
CTAX
Stop reading.
Cat.
Go back to your story.
All right.
Which one's
so-
Jubilee?
I just threw that in.
Oh.
It's Jubilee.
What does a Jubilee
17.
look like?
Yeah, what?
Is that a sign?
What's a sign? Jubilee?
Yeah.
I think I've seen signs like that.
What, a Jubilee?
Yeah, like
I'm
like
No,
they do like
so-
a Bible
so-
camp or something. That's the Jubilee Bible camp. I saw a sign that said Jubilee on it before. Like people have used that word in
I don't know if
public.
you're bullshitting or not, Dave.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm totally lost.
No, I'm just screwing around. You know I do that with a straight face. All
I
the
know
time.
you do. That's why I'm like, well, you could have because you travel a lot.
I'm
so it
not
makes
good at
sense that you could
sales
see something like that.
at all.
I'm not good at sales at all.
I've always been
You
horrible.
just sarcastically had that conversation
Yeah.
for 2 years.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I just gotta. I'm like, people are like, hey, what do I need today? And I'm like, well, you need probably a bigger budget.
What for?
They're like, what should I buy? I'm like, something off the wall. They're like, you're not gonna tell me about any of these things. I'm like, those are fins, those are masks, those are snorkels.
You need one of each.
And there you go.
Put them in your bag. They're like, which one's the best? And I'm like, the most expensive one. Are you ever gonna break out and tell me stuff? No, not on the cheap law. You want to talk about computers? I'll tell you more about it.
You know more about computers? Or you just say?
I used to build my own computer.
Oh yeah.
I did that for a while.
Yeah, she got hers.
See, Zodiac understands.
Best salesman
Yeah.
ever. Yeah, just
Just now, you know.
yeah. I mean, if you get points for how much product you sell, yeah, that'd be like the most expensive one is the best one. Sounds right to me.
Of course. Well, why is it the most expensive?
50 points.
Because it's the best.
I wonder if you'd be a good car salesman. You ever done that?
People have offered me that job before.
Do a car salesman?
Yeah, and I've gone to the car sales lot and talked to people before, and I was able to frustrate them after a short period of time with my dry, sarcastic style comments. It's I think I'm the funniest to people that are watching me deal with authority.
Well, I mean, but if you're the car
Not
salesman,
authority.
No, they don't like it.
Yeah.
They're
But
not
people
a
watching.
fan.
That's hilarious.
But other people are like, wow, this is great. This is like cops in person.
I wish I could tell them that
Yeah,
type shit.
yeah, you go after it. Well, at first you got to have a lack of fear, and then like almost an insane disillusion about repercussions.
it sounds like you'd be like the like you should just take college courses just so that the first day you can figure out the teacher and then bullshit with them to where the teacher's all like,
You know
fuck
what my
these kids.
favorite
and then you
class
just walk
in
out of
college
class and
was?
be like, yeah, I just did that for a YouTube
So
video.
my favorite class in college was rhetoric.
Rhetoric? They have a
Rhetoric.
class for rhetoric?
Yeah, so I was at Auburn University and they taught a class on the art of rhetoric, which is the ability to professionally style, make stuff up,
Yeah.
make things sound good.
Well,
A little bit of the BSing, you know what I'm saying?
I guess that's how you get CEOs nowadays.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Once you get up to a high enough level, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that is programmed and required, but in a big enough situation of bureaucracy, you can blend in with just rhetoric.
Yeah.
So, like, if you say, we've been live for 42 minutes,
Yeah.
or is that Nightbot?
No, that's us. That's like, I don't know what that one.
That's our specialty. Make time fly by saying a whole lot of nothing.
A whole
Well,
lot of nothing.
Have you
Yeah.
ever talked to me before?
Yeah,
like-
I've talked to you before.
like,
You
I can
fucking
talk-
just sit there and talk for fucking ever.
Yeah, I can
That's
talk
awesome.
and
You'll
discriminate.
pause for like 3 seconds and
Ow.
then start talking about something else.
Yeah, topic change like a mofo. Just be like a left turn.
That's
I
what
love
we do.
riding scooters. Wait. Only in
What
foreign
kind?
countries.
You ever fuck
Because
with
then
those?
nobody finds out.
You ever
what's
fuck with
up?
those
Because
police
then nobody
officers?
finds out. It's a secret.
You ever fuck with those police
You
officers
just
that
blend
walk
in
by
with the
on the
Asians.
sidewalk?
No, I actually, I don't think it's a good idea ever to poke the bear.
It isn't.
No.
Who's poking bears?
Well, truck drivers normally.
Yeah.
And usually just at truck stops.
Truck drivers poke bears?
Yeah, usually just at truck stops.
Yeah. Truck drivers are considered bears.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about
It's a
that.
furry.
I
man.
understand. I understand what a bear is, but I didn't.
You know what a bear cub is?
I'm guessing the child of the
This-
bear.
No, it's a furry midget.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
They got-
I never understood what's a swank and a swunk and a twink and a twunk and all that shit.
Well, a twunk is a twink that's been used up.
Is it?
Yeah, but it sounded good.
Like, I don't think
That's
so.
what it is.
No,
it's all
that's
on.
not.
It's always saying.
No, because being used up is all in perception. So it's like, well, I don't think I've been used up. Nah, you've been used up.
Oh, you'll be able to tell if something's been used up.
Oh yeah, you can look into that fucking
Uh,
roast beef sandwich and be like, hey, look, that is not how a butthole is supposed to look.
That is
Yeah.
disgusting.
I've
Not the direction you thought I was going.
Not the
When
Well,
an indy becomes an Audi, it's a
Yeah.
Dunsky.
The old Alabama pink side.
Dunsky.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's you push too far.
Push too much.
Yeah. Don't do that,
We
audience.
really haven't talked too much about your comedy career.
Oh yeah, because there's not
It's
anything
not.
to talk about.
Just keep
No.
going.
I have my major influence into getting into comedy was just
Yeah.
to learn how to roast beef.
All about the beef.
Yeah. Oh man, that's snapping to a Slim Jim. You know what I'm saying? That fake beef will get
No,
you
that
there.
means penis.
Yeah. A Slim Jim?
I think so.
I hope not, man. If you got a Slim Jim, you know girth gives pleasure, right? So you should like push a couple of Slim Jims together. You're gonna need DP to get anywhere with her.
So you're saying you should put a bunch of penises together?
I've seen that before.
Yeah, we all have the internets. You guys could be watching that instead of this, and
Yeah.
here you are.
Mm-hmm. I am watching that
Google's-
instead of this.
Google. We go search Lemon Party.
No, somebody tricked me on that. I was like, man, I need the link for the new Sunny episode, and they're like, here you go. I was like, oh, what a nice guy. I click on it. I was like, you fucking dick. I didn't go, man, you're an asshole. I was like, I was just ashamed. I was like, no, I didn't click on that. I already know what that means.
So my personal favorite is like the post where they take like a shot from a porn of some type, and then they put some different like little meme title on it. She looked really tired today. It was a rough day. They were just trying to work out, or like whatever it is. But it's definitely like a softcore porn shot.
Yeah.
And then they put some different title on it.
I haven't
Have
seen
you never
that.
seen
I'm not a
that?
big
I've
meme
seen
person.
one, but I
don't
can't
care.
remember what it was
You better
called.
quit.
Like, where do you usually see memes at? Like what?
Online.
Like on Facebook?
I don't
or
really see memes
Instagram?
anywhere offline, particularly.
No, but I'm saying like
It's
like
only the
specifically.
internet.
I don't think he has any of that stuff.
Specifically, like
Specifically?
yeah, specifically. I sometimes see them on Snapchat, but
Like when people do memes, well, I see them most of the time on 4chan when they get started.
so
And
you have to
then-
go to 4chan to see.
What
that
is
stuff.
that?
4chan?
It's like
An endless portal to infinite trolls.
yeah, it's pretty
It's-
much a bunch of trolls.
Like
Trolls
Reddit?
made their own website.
Yeah, it's the most well, I mean, there's some great stuff in there if you really dig down, and if you like ask a lot of questions or you like to ask questions about society, that's a weird place to go and get some strange perspectives on things.
I need that website.
But it's like weird versions of Reddit are basically very similar to 4chan in a lot of ways. Those dudes are.
You ever heard of Reddit? I just never go on there.
You've never been on Reddit?
I don't have the time.
Reddit's some good shit, man.
I don't know.
Find some
Yeah,
shit.
you can do stuff on there like Earth porn is great. If you ever
What's
wanna,
Earth
like,
porn?
Well, it's porn where this planet is fucking another planet.
Wait, a planet is fucking another planet?
No,
I thought it was like
it's-
rocks fucking other rocks, or maybe somebody goes
4chan
up to
created
a
the
pot.
Tide Pot challenge, the plastic bag challenge. Yeah, they do a lot of these
What?
prank challenges. Like so that.
And then people actually do them?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So you heard about the Tide Pod challenge, right?
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Do you understand
there's
that,
a
like,
meme
that
that's-
was literally created, and then it took them like months and months and months of actual commercials and programming that's like, this is a strong base. If you eat this, it will corrupt and destroy your tongue, putting a hole through your entire mouth. You won't be able to taste things, maybe ever again. And people are like, but you can do the challenge, pussy. And like that works more than like reading the back of the instructions. They're like, how to neutralize a
I
strong
think-
base and call your chemical representative immediately. You're
I
like,
think
oh
like
my God.
4chan has like a. They just have a. They just have this way of like, let's do something and just figure out how many idiots we can kill while doing this. And they're like, okay, let's do the pod chat. And see
So
how
what
many
you're
people
telling
do
me is 4chan is Darwin's playground?
it. Yes.
They're trying to make up for this newer, lower death rates in the country.
Yes, what they're trying to do. They're trying to secretly cancel out all the dumbasses.
So
in
deep
America.
down, 4chan believes you can't fix stupid; you can only remove it.
Yep. And 4chan is actually run by the 6 Jew bankers.
6 Jew bankers. That's a very specific number and race of people. Or are you just based on religion at that point?
No. It's how they work.
Okay, so it's more of a bloodline thing. It's
Probably yes.
yeah, that ideology, the supreme race. Wow, interesting.
Right, Isaac.
What were we talking about before this?
What's the plastic bag challenge?
Oh, You're gonna have to try that.
No, am I? I don't know. It's pretty stupid.
I think he's tried it multiple times.
I think he's trying to.
So we use this sign right here in scuba diving all the time, and that underwater means that I'm okay.
Yeah.
So now, because of that, I have to tell people underwater, "Are you good?" But unfortunately, this means go to the surface. So now I have people running to the surface, getting the bends. It's a real problem.
That means shove it up your ass in El Salvador.
It means asshole in sign language.
If you blow a kiss at it, it means.
It means chasing the brown eye.
I like
chasing the brown eye.
I like tasting that ass. Or
Yeah, something about tossing salads.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
got you. I see where you're going with that.
But yeah.
Like my first job in a restaurant, that's all they had me doing. I just was back there, I was in charge of the lettuce, chop up the salad, throw the vegetables in there, and then eat a random Mexican's asshole. And that was my day's work. It's just tossing salads.
Random Mexican asshole. They just stick it through the wall. Yeah. Every guy comes by.
Like a glory asshole?
Yeah, there
That'd
you go.
is
Glory?
Is that what you're
A glory
referring
hole
to?
for assholes?
Yeah, like
What I was
just like
referring
a
to.
two-cheeked
Glory
glory
asshole.
hole.
Well, it's a random Mexican, so they
Yeah.
move on. Another one. Another one comes
They move
by.
on, and then I never see them again.
No.
Ooh, this one came with extra topping.
Yeah, so the plastic bag challenge. You put a plastic bag, pull it over your head, and see how long you can hold your breath without taking it off.
Well, you mean you don't? You don't hold your breath.
You should. And yes, people have died.
You try
from
to
that.
take it off.
Mostly
you inhale
small
the bag.
children and now adults. That's super fantastic. It used to be a problem for just babies that would crawl into a
It wasn't
corner
even
and
baby
wind up in a
problem for
plastic
babies.
bag.
Seems like it was a problem for dogs.
You know, that was the abortions back in the 40s.
What?
Usually plastic bags all over the house.
Yeah, that's what the abortion. I thought you meant like the woman would take the plastic bag, shove it in there, and the baby would somehow get it wrapped over its own head in the uterus.
Yeah, I mean, like...
If you
I
shove a
always
plastic bag into the uterus, the baby knows what to do with that bag.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They
saying.
go
He takes it
shopping
and puts it over his
immediately
head.
to Walmart. There's no age requirement for buying those crazy DVDs there. That motherfucker's coming back
Is
with a
that
bag
true?
full of possibilities.
Rated R.
Well, as long as you put it into the disc that says edited for TV,
Yeah.
you can buy anything at Walmart. You just got to go in there with a quarter.
Quarter.
Well, that's how you steal off the you cannot steal things.
Yeah. The what?
The barcodes that go
Show
off
me
to
your
the-
ways.
Yeah.
Show me my ways?
No, show me your ways.
Oh, it's going to take a while.
Teach me your way. There you
Yeah.
go. Teach
First, you got to be
Well, I mean, if
born
you're doing
as a
the quarter
racist
thing, I
with all
wanna see
kinds
it.
of privilege, and then I can teach you how to do these things.
The American way.
But just keep winning and keep
Yeah, the
stuff
American
winning.
way. For a long
That
time.
was
for a long
Charlie
time.
Sheen and Donald
Yeah.
Trump.
And what?
Charlie Trump
Charlie
There you
Sheen.
go.
or Donald Sheen.
Whichever.
I like Donald Sheen.
You like Donald Sheen?
Sounds better.
Yeah, that'd be an awkward baby, right?
Is he still
That
alive?
has AIDS and small hands.
And orange.
Very orange.
I didn't know he was getting sprayed every morning. That's
Who?
nuts.
Who gets sprayed every morning?
Donald Trump. That sounds sexual.
Oh, like he like the
Like spayed every morning?
No, it just sounded sexual. Like he's getting sprayed in the face every morning.
I mean,
Yeah.
they probably.
Thank
My
you,
morning
Melania.
nut. I needed it.
Thank you, Melania.
Oh, I thought maybe
feel
like his
wonderful.
the
That feels refreshing like a morning
the
mist.
He
protector.
gets that spray tan every morning.
Oh my goodness. Do you think he has one built into Air Force One or whatever?
I think he has it built into his
Do you think he
closet.
has like a walk-through spray
Yeah.
tan?
it probably
That's
just comes
freaking
out
awesome.
of his suit, just spraying on him every constantly.
He walks through it like you used to walk through Axe body spray, just
Oh, yeah, Axe body spray.
Why are you doing that though?
because that's the only way I
Nipples
walk.
first.
Nipples first. Gotta feel great when I enter.
Oh yeah, you really did shake that one in there.
Yeah, no, I did. It's more animated comedy for the stream.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been told that a lot of the stuff I do is deadpan and sarcastic, so I'm trying to liven it up.
Good.
Well, good job. I mean, I'm glad that you understand.
And
how to
I
take
don't know
on
of a livelier
open
way than
criticism.
a nipple shake in reference to Mardi Gras.
That
Or you can
is
say
true.
nipple tussle.
Nipple
Yeah,
tussle.
I mean it's just a tassel term. It's not a big deal.
I don't know what.
You know what a tassel is?
No, I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
you know what
tassel.
turn
Yeah,
is.
two pairs on right
Okay.
now.
My favorite one is have you ever seen a grown man fly?
Is that what is that?
Have you ever seen a grown man fly?
Is that an R. Kelly song?
No, it's
Oh,
helicopter.
that's just a helicopter.
Yeah, it's just the helicopter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was
Who,
like, see the grown man fly.
Who created the condom challenge? The one where you shove it, stick it out your nose or whatever?
Like swallow it
Oh,
and bring
yeah.
it out. Probably 4chan,
Okay, that was funny.
right?
I don't see people too much.
I think that the
Pretty much people
NPC
gotta
meme
find
is
a way to die.
hilarious.
The what?
The NPC meme?
Which one's that one? What's
Have
that?
you not seen that? That's another 4chan special.
NPC. meme.
Yeah, non-player character. So they started saying that all the people that were reciting stuff and couldn't back up their arguments were essentially non-player characters that you run into in life that run out of script at a certain point.
Oh, that is
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, so like you ever meet someone and like you start talking to them for a while and like, you know, you were born white, you're definitely a racist. And I'm like, well, that's super weird. Let's talk about it. And so you start getting further into it, and they're like, "You wouldn't even understand. You're definitely a racist. You're a racist. You're a racist." And
Oh,
like,
and they can't. They
yeah,
can't
and
actually
then
make
it
a
just
point.
it stops there, like the record's skipping, and you're like,
You broke him?
This is great.
Yeah, you broke them.
Take my check, please. Just let me go ahead and get out of here.
That is hilarious. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, but that's a meme that they're doing, and then they got all mad, and like the actual networks started responding. I don't think the networks speak for like really anybody. Like almost no one completely agrees with cable news. Have you met any people that are like, I'm still just Fox News all the way?
I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are, but I haven't.
But
met
they're
anybody.
that's another NPC version. Whether it's Fox News all the way, or like NBC all the way, or MSNBC or whatever.
Yeah, that's just another
CNN.
phrase. That's
When
the
they're
joke.
just like, when you start talking to them, you're like, oh shit, I left my tin foil at home, but I can go back and get it if we want to go through the rest of this conversation.
Yeah. You know what pissed me off? Almost none of them believe in aliens.
Really?
Yeah. Why can't we have a side that's like, we're the side that believes in aliens, we're the side that doesn't?
Yeah, like why don't we have an alien party? I think it's the
Yeah.
libertarians.
Libertarians that believe in aliens
The
or
old
don't?
3%.
That believe in aliens?
Yeah.
Ah, man, that's very small.
Well,
There's
it
more
really
people-
depends on
there
how
gotta
you,
be more
how
people
you
out there that
define
believe in
aliens. Are you just referring to like extraterrestrial life, like stuff that lives that's not on the Earth?
I think
No,
Or
I'm
any
talking about
contact
like,
that we've had,
I'm
or-
talking about the ones that are make believe from South
I
America.
think,
Those aren't
believe
real
me-
aliens coming over the border. They're all Jews.
They're all Jews.
No,
Yes.
I was gonna say
The overpopulated Mexico
They're all-
City Jews
they're all
have been coming up in a caravan.
They're all Middle Eastern.
It looks like it's just a father and a young daughter on a donkey. She says she's pregnant, looking for asylum.
Yeah. Like,
Oh yeah, that's the Christmas caravan story.
that's a Christmas caravan story.
I think the alien belief is currently like what the gay community used to be like back in the 50s. Like you hide it in the closet and shit, don't talk about it.
Oh, like you can
I always thought it was like right now it's straight white conservative male. Like you never tell people that in public.
they're your straight white conservative.
Yeah, like
there
that.
you go.
I mean, so I
You're
found
being current with it. I'm not trying to be current.
Yeah, you're like I'm super on the currency. Yeah, because I'm all about that money.
Just like America should be.
Just like American.
Which is a weird one. It's actually just a Federal Reserve note. It's actually a moniker of debt, not actually money. But
It's not.
Yeah.
So
Nah,
you
it's-
mean that that when we sold those bombs to Iran, is it Iran or is it?
well, if you get into the ones and zeros of
Yeah.
digital banking,
They just give you a note saying we owe you.
then
this
you're
much money.
actually talking about like
Yay.
a currency that isn't even real. Like it's even gone past that point. When we go into the digital stuff, that's just an expectation that the computers are going to do fine. That's what you're buying stuff with. Yeah, just link it to my PayPal.
Tell that to an American walking down the street. They balling.
I was always wondering. I was like, okay, with that, I just brought that up with that Iran deal.
Yeah.
They're buying bombs.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
they're them selling weapons to them for like who knows. Why do we get their money? Why don't we just take their like? Let's just say, how about you give us $100 or whatever $1 million worth of your oil, which is what we end up buying from them anyway eventually.
Your stuff cost.
Yeah.
So wait, so what you're referring to is straight up original style. All right, so you're talking about original style commerce, which was when you have something I want, I have something you want.
Yeah.
The problem with trading in that fashion is that each party has to set their own value for what their stuff is worth. So if I tell you that my 1 barrel of oil is worth 5,000 sheep, and you're like, well, I'm willing to give you 5 sheep. And you get into this like crazy bartering system because there's no structure. So what currency actually helps society with is creating a value for each item, saying this is worth $20, this is worth $70, your time is worth $12 an hour, your time's worth $25 an hour. And that way you can translate continuously what your time is for what the things that you want, and other people already have a set value for the things that they're selling, and it actually lowers the cost of everything. So that's how capitalism actually creates the flow and transactions of trade, which would be bogged down dramatically if I was trying to like, I like your shirt, what do I have that you want? Not, I can give you money, go get what you want from wherever for this amount of value, but like I have to actually have something you want enough to give me that shirt.
Yeah.
So that's where the bog down on not using that is.
So
the problem with the Federal Reserve note and that kind of stuff is what they're actually doing is using artificial money to create debt and then generate what is called like artificial money. So like your interest off of actual money that's not backed by anything. There's not a value of it in gold or silver or in actual any product. So if everyone turned in their dollar bills and said we want actual product, like we all want gold, the government would just be like, well, that's too bad.
We don't have it.
We've been talking about these billions of dollars and we have like 400 million in gold. So first 40 people, come on up.
Yeah, that's why I was just wondering about that.
Yeah.
'Cause I know.
So that's the value of currency.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's more like, I want what you have, but I'm not giving you shit.
So I believe that's called theft.
No, I mean it's fake shit that we're giving them, but we're
in the government level. It's called what's it called when you get to that government level?
Manufacturing money.
Yeah.
which is what's been going on for who knows how
Well,
long.
yeah. So it's like. Yes, we did, Zodiac. You are aware of the standard de la gold.
Yep.
Ever since the Santa Maria.
When we did that, we did that like in the 18...
Santa Maria, the Pinta, and
we
the
did that like in
Minion.
1940 something. I think.
What?
They did that in 1940 something.
Wasn't it like
Came
just
off the
after?
They came
Yeah,
off
it was
the
like
gold
with
standard?
the New Deal. Did it as well. Well, you know, every president's tried to put us back on the gold standard and get us out of debt in that fashion, and it's something that our current president is actually talking about. That's surprisingly, I know causation doesn't always mean correlation, but like, look at what Kennedy was talking about right before he died.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about like, hey, why do these central banks have all this power to
Yeah.
create this currency? And then they're like, what are you talking about? You're taking a trip to Dallas, right?
Yeah.
You
say one more
you
word,
talk about Lincoln,
but
and he did all these great things and brought the country back together and kept the republic real, and you know was able, and he was actually a Republican, but that's a weird fun fact. And putting them to slavery and stuff, and that was all fine. But then he actually created the original greenbacks, and when he did that, they were like, you know, you're going to a theater later, right?
Oh, and that's when they got rid of him.
Yeah, like it's always when they start doing this question about like, you know, can't we just take that back? You know, why are you making all this money off of nothing? And then they're like,
So
I wouldn't.
So what's your planner look like in the next couple weeks?
Yeah. So I'm not saying that. I think central banking is amazing. I think you should continue doing that. Make all the fake money you want. Enjoy yourselves. It's all ones and zeros anyway. Have a great day.
What is that? Just in case they're hearing you?
Yeah.
What is?
Don't give them away, goddammit. I also use banks.
I am a big fan of the bank. I have a savings account. There's going to be something in there eventually. Right now I have the $5 minimum.
I have a 401k. I'm contributing.
Yeah. Well, that's
Something.
to yourself.
Yes, it is.
Yes. 401k. What you should really do is a Roth IRA.
Yeah, I know. I
And
need to do
invest in
RIA.
the future. and
I mean, I do
blah,
have
blah,
other side investments on the websites of the internet that you guys told me about earlier today.
Who's Rafa?
I don't know who Rafa is.
blah. Yeah. Too real. Too Hollywood. You know, it's weird. Every time we get like an actor or a famous person that gets exposed to the secrets of the CIA and stuff, they don't know how to really like stop talking about
Was
it.
Reagan an actor too, though?
Yeah.
So was what's
You
his
know
name?
about
though?
the attempt on him.
Huh?
What's his name?
Shit, I can't think of his name.
If you want to go into real
The guy from
conspiracy
Futurama.
theories. Futurama?
Yeah.
Matt
he's
Groening?
in Future. No, not Matt
No.
Groening. The character.
Character from Futurama.
The president of the world in Futurama.
Oh, that's Kennedy.
No, it's the other guy.
It's
The
Richard Nixon.
Yeah, Nixon.
Nixon.
Nixon was an actor too.
Oh, yeah. He was a bad actor.
Oh, he was horrible.
Yeah. And not just politically.
But what were you saying right now?
Yeah, we could go further into weird stuff if you
Like
want.
what? What do you do with your free time?
Dude, you have no idea. Like, the amount of books that I read and information that I look up. And so my hardest part with comedy is dumbing stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I told a peanut butter joke about my dog. And I would say, yeah, it's great and all, but it's like he's allergic to peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd would just look at me weird. And so I changed it. I was like, it's fantastic having a dog, but the downside is, no matter how much peanut butter I used, it's like he's allergic to peanuts. And then that makes people laugh.
Huh.
Yeah, because he won't do it. I thought it was an obvious upside of having
Yeah.
a dog.
But they don't get that?
No, the peanuts doesn't sound similar enough. You actually have to say penis. And people are like, I see what you did there
Oh, my
with the
goodness.
peanut butter on the balls and whatnot. Yeah, fun facts.
He's tired. Look at him.
You sleepy?
When do you have any shows coming up, or are you just not really worried about getting shows? You're just kind of just hanging in there.
I've been working with the old American versus the state thing.
Oh, okay.
Hanging
You're
out
putting
with
all your
that.
works into that.
Well, no, like during the summer I scuba dive a bunch, and then recently this is the time of year when the owner and my boss have been taking trips to Bonaire, and they just went on a shark dive to the Bahamas, and so they were diving on Tiger Beach with like 5, 6, 7, 14-foot tiger sharks swimming around them. Those
Damn.
things are beasts.
Tiger sharks are fucking mean.
Yeah.
They're like
So-
one of the only sharks that will eat a person for no reason.
Oh yeah, just to test it. You know?
And they have fucked up teeth too.
Yeah, and rows.
Rows of teeth, yeah.
Not just like one set. That's like if you combine the mouth of 7 methods, that would be a tiger shark.
Probably be a lot more because each method has like 2
like
teeth.
a
Yeah,
single
I know.
tooth.
Yeah.
With 400 methods combined. Captain Tiger
With
Shark.
the power of 400 methods. I said methods, not methods.
Oh. You know the difference between a meth joke and a math joke?
Calculation?
The number of teeth?
The number of teeth. What?
She got it.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if
Thank That's what I call a smart people joke.
Yeah.
I guess
Either.
that's what I did.
Yeah, it's almost like they're related.
Thank you for clarifying.
You're welcome.
I don't go to
Look,
school.
yeah, we don't. Well,
I hope
No,
not.
I didn't go to
You
school.
look like you're older than 18. At that point, you
I
should
don't
just
go to
GED
school.
and quit.
Actually, I could pass for 18, man. These kids nowadays look 40. Might be the meth.
No,
those
good.
growth hormones that they're eating.
You
No,
couldn't-
man, you couldn't.
You're wearing safety goggles and you have a goatee. I don't know an 18-year-old that one can correctly grow a goatee usually.
I know.
You know one?
Yeah, there's some out
Not
there
like
that
mine.
can.
Well, I'm not into as many circles of dudes as you are apparently.
That's all I hang out with.
Circles
of dudes. Yeah,
Lots
they
of-
gotta
Are
be
they
a full
always
circle.
in a circle?
Yeah. Hey,
That's
circle, where you going?
Yeah. I'm not finished.
I'm finished.
Yeah, this podcast is about nothing.
Yeah, no, we haven't done anything useful yet. Comedy career. So you can follow me at local shows that I attend.
Oh, the open mics, all
Yeah.
the open mics.
No,
and
that's
stuff.
literally
How
all
many
I
do you
do.
go to a week?
3.
Just 3?
Yeah, I do. Well, 4. I'm doing Main and Southside. I go to the Tin Panther. I do the Twilight Lounge on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And I do the Hyenas on Thursdays.
So you do all 3 of those on Tuesdays?
No, Mondays is Main and Tin Panther. Tuesdays Twilight Lounge.
Where's that at?
Twilight Lounge?
No, the main and Tip Panther. Is that Fort Worth or is that
Main and
Dallas?
South. Yeah, that's all Fort Worth.
Fort Worth?
Yeah.
Maybe I should try going there one day on Monday.
I don't know. I don't mind going out to Dallas and doing comedy out there. It's okay. It's a good scene. You get a larger room. You usually, I mean, your group of comics will be in there when you're going up, but unless you're consistent about it, you end up staying out there for so long to do 5 minutes that it's usually I get off work that day. I have to drive all the way out there, so it's like an hour drive after my day, and then I wait for 2 to 3 hours, and then I have to drive back, and it's like. I like doing the ones that are closer to me for right now until I get to a point where I want to do more. I kind of burned myself out this year.
Yeah,
I was up
you
to the
took
point,
a break for a while.
Yeah, I took like a couple months off because I was doing, like, I was averaging 9 mics a week, like hitting Denton and Killer's Tacos and like getting on stage. And the part that I enjoy about doing 3 mics a week is I usually have a new set for each mic. So I have a totally different, like the jokes that I'm working on this week, that I'm kind of turning that one about believe all women into a joke. That was fun. There's a lot in there, and it's better in a mixed crowd because it sounds so positive when you're starting. And that's what I love about it.
It does. It starts off positive, and then like
it starts taking turns, and you don't know if I've jumped off the tracks at this point. I'm just running beside the train, like what's happening. Yeah, that's what I enjoy. That's my new thing I'm learning how to do. So I take a topic that I want to talk about, and then I just like oppose my view on it because no one agrees with me normally.
Yeah.
And then I just run down that track as far as I can.
Now, do you physically like write these jokes? Like,
Yeah,
write these
yeah.
down?
So I mean, like, if I went into my collection of jokes, so I have like 3 or 4 notebooks on. Yeah, I have 3 or 4 notebooks at home, as well as like I have. Like each one of those is a list of jokes.
God damn.
So like my top 10 jokes that I like right now, and I might add other stuff to this, but it's like Big Isaac. Like if this dog was huge with his attitude, he would scare everyone. Like because he acts like a tiny pit bull at this size, but if he was like 150 pounds and he ran up to people the way that he does,
He's nice.
I know, but because he's tiny. And then I got Tiny Jesus Warrior.
Tiny Jesus Warrior.
Yeah. So, Tiny Jesus Warrior is, I was raised in the evangelical church, so I understand my father encouraged me to memorize the Bible at a young age, and that's great and all. But I also don't understand why I was in karate so young. Like, it's just like he expected me to be a warrior for Christ. Like, hey man, have you heard about Christ? And they're like, hey, look, I read one of the books, that's going to be enough for me.
Just
And
judo
I'm like,
chop him in the
judo
throat.
chop. Kick to the face. You know?
You need to listen.
Yeah. Hey, brother, you're going to learn about Christ. You start to get up. Oh, you better not turn the other cheek. I'll show you how God does. Too drunk, too high. Oh, yeah, don't be weird. That's a fun one. I like the N-word joke that I have.
You have a lot. You have all that very like well organized in your little phone thing.
Yeah.
I am not organized at all.
So,
I just have my
that one's
notepad
fun.
and I write down stuff in it.
As a white dude, I get a lot of grief every time I use the N-word.
Yeah.
And I understand she's a beautiful woman, but why can't I say no?
Oh, that's your joke about it?
Yeah. It's fun on stage. Because it's just useless, and it's a good segue into other topics. I gave a
So
grown...
you do a lot of wordplay, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Tons of wordplay.
Yeah. Basically, I'm a geek in the pink.
I don't know what
That's an old Jason Mraz reference. That's his first album, was Geek in the Pink.
Who?
Jason Mraz.
Is he a
He
musician?
sings I'm Yours.
Yeah, he sings like a lot more love and lullaby stuff now, but he used to be like a freestyle white rapper back in the day.
Oh, okay. See, that's why I don't know. It's hip hopish. Not too big on the hip hopish. What's going on?
They're talking about poopers. Yeah, it's a fun one. I'm not gonna do that one right now. But yeah, so that's some of them, and then I have all the jokes next, and that's just a bunch of stuff. Like I worked at a gay Arby's for a while when I was in college.
The gay Arby's.
Well, all right, so I'll explain that. So when I was in college, long story short, I got in trouble. I had to get 2 jobs, and my first job that I got, I started working at the gay Arby's. People were like, well, that's not a fair thing to call it. And I'm like, well, all right, I'll explain. There was legit, the manager was gay, a gay man. His boyfriend was there all the time. The fry cook was this large black gay man that was openly gay. The meat lady was like just a full-blown lesbian. Like short hair, openly lesbian and stuff. Dude, I will do more racist Native American bits. I got you. I'll have one for you by the end of this podcast. And then...
You can't even. You want me Well, you shouldn't be able to tell that.
Well, I always thought it was like, is it a target or is it like, a wind call?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you tell which type of Indian you're shooting.
What?
Because the feather's like a flag in the wind.
Yeah.
And the dot is just a target.
What dot?
The two types of Indians.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See?
Yeah, I
You're
see
welcome.
what you mean.
Okay. It's always, my jokes are always funnier when I explain them all the way out of everything that I meant.
Sometimes, yeah.
So,
I forget about the dot thing.
then that whole staff turned over, and we had 2 lesbian managers that started working there that were a couple, that were large lesbian women, and then we had 2 other small, like, lipstick lesbian style girls that worked there. So then the entire year or so that I worked at this Arby's, it was an entirely gay staff and then an entirely lesbian staff. So it was gay Arby's. I don't know what else to call it. Like, it just was gay Arby's.
How did you fit into each room?
Awkwardly. Because I had what one group wanted, and I didn't want that. And I wanted what one group had, and they didn't want this. So it was just like a weird, can you pass me some curly fries? Thanks. Kind of situation. That was kind of how that went. But they took me to my first club when I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
I went with all of the gay guys to a club called Butterflies in Birmingham.
Why would you go with the gay guys?
Well, I hadn't been out before, and they said, "We'll buy you drinks," and I said, "I am on
You didn't
board."
think that was a setup?
I knew it was a setup, but I was not old enough to buy alcohol yet. And I was like, you know
they
what?
let you into the club?
Yeah, they let me into the the gay
it's
club
fun.
is like super low key about young men getting alcohol.
Yeah.
They're it's almost like they feel like that's going to influence you to change your mind on stuff.
Yeah, maybe a couple guys just walk out. That's it. I'm straight. I'm straight.
No, so I got there and I actually got called up on stage. They said, "Are any people here for the first time?" And they were having a drag show at this gay club called Butterflies in Birmingham, Alabama. And,
Is that where you grew up? I was going to ask you that.
No, I grew up in Blythewood, South Carolina.
South Carolina?
Yeah. And then I lived all over the Southeast. I graduated high school out of Maryland.
Maryland.
Yeah, and then I went to school in Auburn University. And then I was back to Paris Island, Marine Corps, and then all over the world. And then rode a bike across the country and I liked Texas out of the 38 states that I went to. So I moved to Austin and started being a computer programmer. And I quit that job and then I became a bouncer on 6th Street. And then I was couch surfing for like a year or 2. And then scuba diving.
That's a lot of shit.
Yeah. I also used to work construction. And do heating and air.
Oh, in construction.
Yeah, that's a manual labor job.
So you've been white, black, Mexican,
Native American.
Yeah. I'm 50 shades of melanin.
Have you ever been to Hawaii?
Yeah, I lived in Hawaii for 2 years.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you like it there?
No, because I was working way too hard. That was my first 2 years in the Marine Corps.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
Well, no, it wasn't bad. I learned how to surf. I got an island beater. That's where I was actually the nice guy player that I was telling him about earlier.
Yeah.
Because these girls would show up and I would just be kind of snarky and sarcastic at first and then sleep with them and be real nice to them. And they'd be like, you know what, we shouldn't talk anymore. And so that's where that happened a bunch at.
So what happened at this bar?
Oh yeah, so I get called up on stage, right? And it is this like 6'4" jacked, looked like he used to be a linebacker in college, maybe just a year or 2 ago. Black dude that's dressed up in all drag. And he's like, "All right, are you ready, sweetheart, for this little dance you're about
Did he
to
really
get?"
talk like that?
Yeah, he did. He was very into it, and I was like, "Yeah, that's cool and all." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Somebody give me a chair. This little treat is getting it, put in a chair." And so they bring a chair up there, and I'm like, "No, I'm not comfortable with the chair. I'm not going to sit down and get like some weird cock and balls in my face lap dance. Like, but I'll stay up here and I'll play along. It's fine." And I was like, "I just have one rule, you know." And in hindsight, 18-year-old me didn't understand I should have had more than one rule. But my one rule was like, leave the junk alone. Like, just I'll be fine with everything else, but just no grabbing of the junk. And this dude's like dancing on me and like just all up in me. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. That's a lot of man tit. And at one point, like, just starts groping on me, and I'm like, okay, I didn't say that. I should have had more rules. I got that. And then,
that is hilarious.
And then it goes down, and then there was a tuck and cup. situation.
Well, that's your job.
I was like, hey! And so I turned real fast.
Yeah.
And when I turned, it threw this man that was already 6'6" and in 6-inch heels, so not completely on balance. I bumped him with my runner's booty, and he tumbled off the front of the stage.
Shut up.
No, fell into the crowd. And if you ever want to know how to piss off 300 gays, like real quick, you knock down their leader, which is what I call him this morning. And
The leader of the gays.
yeah. And, well, I mean, he was huge. He had to be. And they all, hey,
He had to be.
nah, and they're all yelling at me and stuff, and like, nah, cool. And how dare you? And he got up, and he goes, he stood back up, and he goes, hey, it's all right. He said, don't touch the junk. So then I had a drink spot for me, and it was okay.
He
I was
said,
allowed
don't
to
touch
stay.
the junk, and I touched it.
Yeah, that was
I
on
broke
me.
the rule.
Like, so he also broke his little fairy voice that he was using earlier.
Yeah.
He had to.
He had to, because that's the only way they'd hear him.
Yeah,
That's the only way they'd
like-
respect him after
Yeah.
falling off of the stage.
Yeah, he lost all of his feminine prowess in that moment.
Yeah.
And he had to revert to his masculine energy, which was still strong.
Oh,
Down
my
the queen.
goodness.
Yeah.
That.
Basically, I was the Alice of the
The
strip
Wonderland?
club, yeah.
This is a whole new, like, this is a Forrest Gump movie on its
Oh
own.
yeah, like I've
funny
told some
story
stories.
about
My great grandma, when I was little, I would tell her some of my stories because I have crazy stories. Like I went into a biker bar with all banditos when I was riding across the country.
The Bandito.
So it's a biker
Sounds
gang
familiar.
that's pretty familiar and pretty formidable.
Inform him. 'cause
Yeah.
he's dumb.
Yeah,
Hell's Angels of the Mexicans.
Oh, okay.
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty fair.
Did it.
Mexican
Yeah,
Hells
okay.
Angel.
Nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it.
Mexican
Uh,
Hells Angel, I guess.
So yeah, I go into this bar because I'm riding across the country, and I was like, "Hey, there's a bar with a bunch of motorcycles.
Yeah.
These are my people. I will go hang out with them." And I
Wow,
walk
great
in,
idea.
and
That
it's
is awesome.
dead silent, right? And I'm like, "All right, cool." So I go up to the bar, and I'm like, "Oh, I'll take a beer." And this very, very large
take a beer.
man comes up and is standing next to me. He's like, "Hey, I think you are in the wrong place." I go, "Well,
This
no."
happened before in the movie.
This happened in the movie? Well, probably not like my story, but.
No, probably not. Go ahead.
So I look at him. I go, "No, I'm pretty sure they sell alcohol here. I just wanted the beer." And he's like, "No, I think you misheard me. You think you're in the wrong place. You're about to catch the wrong end of a ass whooping." And so of course I'm like, "Well, what's the right end of an ass whooping?"
That's the right answer.
Yeah, and he goes, "What? You got a problem?" And leaned in, and I kissed him on the cheek.
Oh,
And I was
what
like,
the
"Hey, big
hell?
boy, I didn't know you were serious about this." And he goes, "What?" And then the other one comes in from outside, comes up and whispers to this guy, and then he looks at me kind of weird, and then I was like, "Can I buy you a beer? Like, is there something wrong?" Like, he whispered to him that I have a Marine Corps sticker on my motorcycle.
Uh-huh.
He was like, "Stop fucking with this dude."
Oh,
He's-
okay.
like, so I got the military credit from him, and it threw him off because he was definitely about to punch me in the face.
What year was this?
This was in 2012.
Oh,
Out in Arizona.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, so I buy him a beer, and he like, I just slide in my beer that I haven't touched yet. I get another one from the
Yeah.
bartender, and the bartender's already chuckling because,
Yeah.
like I just fucked with this whole masculinity thing. And he goes over and sit down, and all I hear is murmurs out there, and no one's really talking to me yet. And I was like, and I heard someone go, "He fucking kissed you," like that. And I cut through the silence, nice and loud, and I went, "Hey, I bought him a beer first." And at that point, they accepted me, and I got to hang out. It was actually a pretty entertaining time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
man!
that's
I
fucking
swear, man,
cool.
if you can make anybody laugh, and
Yeah, the story
Yeah.
didn't go like
become
that.
friends.
No,
with
no,
anybody.
probably not the one in the
They
movie.
ended up all being gay, actually, and
Yeah.
then they made those guys get on stage and dance. I think it was Fanboys.
What's that? What are you
Yeah,
watching? Really?
they always go into biker bars, and all the dudes are gay.
They were tough and shit, and they were like, whoa, whoa. But then, yeah, they ended up being gay and made them dance. So that was.
I always thought that's a weird stereotype because, like, I've met a lot of bikers in my life, and the gay population of the bikers, it was fanboys. The gay population of the bikers is significantly lower than illustrated in the movies.
Yeah.
They're very tough and angry.
Wow, they don't
So
have
maybe
a-
maybe there's like a closet they haven't come out of yet or something. I don't know.
I think it's just a way to make them not seem so bad.
Yeah,
People
like
be
to
scared
lighten
of
the
them.
load.
Like, come on, they're gays, and the guys be like, "Yeah, we're gays," and you're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
But if they're like scary real biker guys, like,
Yeah.
remember when South Park did that episode? The bikers would come by, and they're like,
That's funny.
"Oh yeah, what?" I think they're saying that. Were they saying the F word in South Park?
Probably.
South
I don't know why
Park
I'm
would never
asking her,
cuss.
because she's- I'm not supposed to say that word
Oh,
for this.
who's our biggest South Park connoisseur?
Can't say fuck.
No, you can say fuck.
No, they prefer.
Oh, the F.
They
A.
prefer
Yeah,
when you
the
say
word
you're
that rhymes
fornicating,
with
sell higher
slagger. Slaggets. Yeah, it
You
rhymes
said
with
that
slaggets.
word last time. That was
And
hilarious.
maggots. I just said it.
Slaggets.
No.
Yeah, Slaggets.
Yeah. What? That's not what I said. Oh, wait. Are you using that as a word?
Yeah, that's some real Ratatouille, if you know what I'm saying.
I'm related to it.
Yeah. Well, it was fun.
I mean, that's some of the weird stories of
Huh?
Dave.
Now I'm shiny.
Oh, we're done? That was it. That's all.
Yeah.
More
we-
story time with
Well,
America.
and then wait. Did you finish your story?
We became
Which one?
shiny.
No, you were just talking about how you traveled throughout.
Oh, no, I didn't get
Gump-ish
beat up.
Style.
Oh, yeah, my grandma told me I should write a book. And I think that was her way.
Your
Like, I've
grandma
had
doing
people
that?
tell me, when I start telling them stories in person, they're always like, man, you should really do a podcast. And I'm like, is that just so you can pause me and walk away? And they're like,
I think you should get a book though or something.
yeah.
Yeah, I think the book.
I think
Like
you can make that
American
into a
book
movie easily.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My life could definitely be. Oh, especially if this newest chapter works out correctly. I think that's going to be real fun.
Yeah.
Like,
You
if
probably-
that
oh,
actually
that-
works the
that-
way that I, like, because I put a lot of effort into it and, like, inside of that structure, and we'll see how it gets.
You should do like you're the news reporter going into the court.
Like, I could do Weekend Update or be, like, the Norm Macdonald style character. That
Well, I was
does
just
those, like, critical jokes. That
No,
are
but he
like,
means for like the book.
No, I was talking about like before you go to court. Like, oh, on today's update,
no,
American versus
For the podcast.
the state of
Or if
Texas
you were
or
to have a
whatever.
podcast.
Day 35 for the
yeah,
drought.
yeah. There you go. You should do a
Nah,
daily
that'd be
updates
fun.
and
That'd
then
be real
release it
fun.
afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But not during, because then you'll get in trouble.
Oh, no. I would
Really?
only release it after if it goes well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, release it if it goes bad.
I would too.
In this story, yeah, it's all,
Looks like
unhappy.
a library was thrown at me today.
All right, Dave. Well, yeah. Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah.
Come and be our guest. First time
I'm
we did. I
happy to
hope
be
you
here.
enjoyed it.
That was fun.
I don't wanna get
Um.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Be careful.
Old
Don't
Haji
get sick.
over
Yeah.
you sick. I don't understand.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for being here and for watching.
Appreciate you
catch
guys.
us again next Sunday.
You need to come back, American.
Yeah,
Too many stories.
Yeah, too many stories. We're
I
gonna have to
have
hear
more.
those for more.
I haven't even touched on a couple of the countries I've been to and some other ridiculous stories that I
Yeah,
have.
I like to hear
Like,
about traveling. Traveling's
yeah.
awesome.
Well, I think it's something everybody should do.
Oh, definitely.
It's the end.
Feel better.
Next week we're gonna have
for
Cortez.
sure.
We'll have Cortez on here.
Oh, Jorge.
Yeah, Jorge Cortez coming.
He
on
likes
next
to be
week.
called George. You should remember that.
He doesn't like to be called George, which is why.
Well, I thought you were talking about the
dog.
dog. I was like, wait a minute.
Once again, this episode brought to you by
He's
the
a
Cash
rapper.
App that we're not official sponsors of, but you can donate to the podcast so we can get better equipment. There you go. UNZZ FUNDZZ.
Yeah, it's because we've
Okay, that's
been
the
in this
Cash
hot
App.
room for a while.
Yeah, it's been
Fun
a good
story to
one.
close it. So,
Yeah, let's hear
my
it.
first time on stage, my stripper name was Carlos, and I'm not going to tell anything else about that story. Thanks, guys.
Well,
My name was
you're
Steve.
saying that you were a stripper.
No, first time on stage.
Your stripper name was Carlos.
Well, if you're not a stripper, then you don't need a stripper
That's
name.
too many details already. We've gone too far.
No, you can't tell me to stop saying stuff.
Another fun fact: my current stripper name is Carlos.
We're stripper brothers.
Yes.
yeah. No, we're not stripper brothers. Stripper brothers.
They call us brown and thick.
Bro.
Old Slim Jim over here.
No, I think it'd be reversed.
All right, guys, take it
'cause
easy.